Paving the pathway is our term that we give the program that is also known as the Odyssey program that actually began at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. But the bottom line of the program is that it reaches out to populations that are very non-traditional in terms of higher education. They tend to be people who come from lower socioeconomic backgrounds. The purpose, though, is to bring them into the program to find out about higher education. They are engaged in a learning experience and they're being taught by real college professors in subject areas from everything from philosophy to psychology to history to literature. They're challenged with reading some of the great books, and then they come back together again and engage in conversation and discussion with college professors. And in the end, they complete the course and they have 3 hours of college credit. They are college students, and they realize that, and it's like a graduation.
I have a few notes I'd like to start with about the genre of the short story. I tend to ramble. Notice what I put on the board, some terms I hope to remember to define for you that have something to do with what we're going to be reading, and I'm thrilled to hear that Edgar Allan Poe is for next year because he fits right in. And the Hawthorne, Poe, and Melville and Milton are curiously related. So as Ellen was talking, I wrote them on the board. I promise you, I'm not really telling you much about Milton, so don't get too nervous.
Can I say something?
Sure,
about
please
the,
do.
Okay, you said Judeo-Christian, but the Jewish side of why they feared God was because they were disobedient.
Right.
They were told how to meet their maker, but then they didn't obey.
Right.
So they were afraid then that God was going to destroy them.
Right.
So they sent someone else and said, "You go."
That's right. And that's where we get it. As she thinks,
Exactly.
we're inheritors of that same tendency not to do what we're supposed to do,
Exactly.
which is what your inherent sinfulness is all about, right? I think it's possible to sympathize or empathize without saying it's okay, and without agreeing, oh, well, in that case, murder is fine. We never say that, right? We have that absolute barrier. At least I hope we do. Absolute barrier against murder. But
I guess
yes.
when it was compared to what you, was it Susan?
Yeah.
Or what was your name, Suzanne?
Susan Smith. Susan Smith, yes.
Yeah, I had no sympathy.
Her, I didn't have any
at all.
sympathy for. No,
No.
her.
No, but
Emily
we know the situation.
Yeah.
But that just
And
goes
so
to show
that-
you that
yeah.
jilted lovers can do anything.
Yeah.
But knowing situations is not, it doesn't mean all situations are the same,
Right.
right? We can
Right.
see what, we get Faulkner telling us just enough about Emily to see where she's been and what has happened to her. We really don't know much about Susan Smith, truly. Right, yeah.
I'm just wondering about the two examples of these women that you gave now.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that their mental state just shut down and they couldn't move on, and so they were stuck? They just
You mean Miss Havisham and
Yes.
Emily? Yes, I think that. I think they just, that was it. That was,
Then they
Emily
didn't
got to the point where she almost, at least she thought, she almost got what she wants.
Right.
But she's obviously being jilted too.
Right,
He's not
exactly.
marrying her, right? And the same thing happens to Miss Havisham.
So my name is Dr. Ellen Lim. I am a professor of English at University of Wisconsin-Waukesha. It's not just about offering one class, but giving people the abilities, the skills that they would need to continue on and get a degree. So they work on their computer skills, on time management, on writing, library research, so that by the time they finish this course, they will be able to take any college class anywhere and feel as if that they are prepared and ready for the next step. The question is always about finances. It is difficult in this day and age to have a college class that's free. I mean, not only do they not pay tuition, but they also, their books, their meals, if there's a child care issue, we would take care of that as well. It's to remove all the barriers. This year we were really lucky that the Waukesha Women and Girls Fund gave us a grant of $10,000, which was incredible, and it made it possible. So funding is an issue. We'll continue to see grants, and I would say that's really probably the only question mark in terms of keeping the program going.
Hey, my name is James Bowling. I work at the University of Wisconsin-Waukesha as the coordinator of multicultural services and pre-college programs. My role in paving the path, I assisted Professor Lim with recruitment of participants in the program. What we wanted to do was give an opportunity to families to explore the idea and the options of pursuing a college experience. So looking towards the future of paving the path, we'd like for anyone and everyone to encourage others to seek out this program, to get information. We're looking for adults that have considered going to college, that have always wanted to know what it's like to be in college. We would like for you to inquire. We'd like for you to request for more information. Again, our spots are small. We only have 10 to 12 spots that will be available for next year's program. Please inquire early.